All right, just wanted to go over a quick loadout that I have for when I bring the 690 out for a day ride through the trails, single track, fire trails, whatever. Here's the sexy beast right here. So this is, you can be very capable out on the trail with just this right here. Don't even need a backpack. Although I do bring one. I'll show you real quick. This Usui pack. It's got 9 liters of storage and it's got a 3-liter bladder in it. I like it for water. Just the easy way to carry water. So anyways, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to cover is going to be crossover from when I bring this bike on like a BDR or any other type of adventure, like multi-day thing. And it's useful for even a day ride. You just never know. So where I'm going to start, let's see, we got no tail bag, although you could easily put one on with this little guy right here. We'll get into that in a sec. So we got my tank bag, which is the Tusk Olympus, and it is amazing. Most of the stuff in here is, like I said, multi-day adventure stuff. So I got a flashlight, and I just leave this stuff in here. I got another headlamp, but this one's dedicated to the bike. So then we got a tire gauge, came with the bike, nice little KTM thing. Actually, it kind of sucks, and reason being is, let's see. I guess it doesn't work now. Oh, there we go. Gotta hold it. Anyways, maybe I don't know how to use it, but I can't get it to lock a PSI rating. So I have to be able to see the digital readout there while it's on the Schrader valve to know what PSI I got. Maybe you gotta hold it on there and push the button or something stupid like that, but really you should just be able to push it on and it beep and make like a total readout. Oh, it's gonna shut off. I mean, it's a pretty sweet little gig except for that. And you know, maybe it's just user error. It came with the bike, so I don't know too much about it, and I didn't really research it. But yeah, like I said, when you put that on the Schrader valve, you push it on there and then let it go. And then if the valve is in a weird position where you can't see this screen, the second you release it, it says 0 again. So it doesn't give you a max readout for that reading or something. I don't know. Maybe I would hope it would. I mean, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, that's just something that's in here from, you know, adventure riding. And we got, I don't really want to get into the details about whatever you can put in here. I mean, I got some cash in here. Don't tell anyone. Got some Vaseline, 100% necessary. Always carry Vaseline on you if you're going on a hike, a motorcycle ride. You just never know when you're going to get a hot spot. And it's just brutal if you got a hot spot and you got nothing to stop it. I mean, I guess you could put a Band-Aid on it, put some Vaseline on it, you know, put some duct tape on it. That's what I used to do when I backpacked. When I was backpacking regularly, I'd have some duct tape wrapped around an old credit card. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? He rolled around in a tomato. That's why his fur's red. But right now he's a pointing bird dog. And looks like he's pointing on a easy spec. Easy. Easy. Yeah, he's pointing on a bug. A spider or something. Spec, leave it. Hey. It's nothing. No bird. Yeah, you saw a bug over there. Anyways, distracted. So yeah, I don't want to get into everything that's just sitting in this pack. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff, multi-tool, you know, chapstick, whatever, all sorts of stuff. But it's on the bike. It's easy storage. It's not in the way when you're riding. You can do single track, no problem with it. It's great. Also, what is always in here. I don't normally store my gloves in here. What I do, because I like to wear a hat, I stuff my hat in here. And then if we get to like a restaurant or something like that, hook my helmet here, pull my hat off, boom, put it on. Then, you know, looking good and sweaty for the restaurant. No, I'm just kidding. I just like to wear a hat. But it's a nice place to store your hat. And my hat stored here for the whole Wyoming BDR. Oh, what is it? Over 1,000 miles of the BDR, and then we did 700 miles there, 800 miles back. So never had an issue with it blowing off. So Tusk Olympus tank bag works fantastically on the 690 Enduro R. Now, real quick, stuff those over there. These were scavenged off my 390. I mentioned that in another video. Basically, I don't take them off. They're just set up for my long-term adventure. Literally, there's thousands of miles of riding on this stuff in here. I got deodorant. I got some shampoo, Listerine. I got a bag of floss, a toothbrush, toothpaste, all sorts of shit in there. Now, do I need that on a day ride? No, I don't need that on a day ride. And I can't zip it back up either with one hand because of the damn giant deodorant stick. There we go. Come on, you son of a... Here we go. So do I need it on a day ride? No, I don't. But I'm not taking it off every time I go for a ride. It's not like it costs much weight or anything like that. And let's see. The other side too, this one actually would be useful for a day ride. So this has been my, that's my pup Jada. Well, she passed away last year unexpectedly. Anyway, this is like the medical bag. So, oh shit, is that Benadryl? Let me see. I was just gonna say, I don't think I have Benadryl. Oh, or hydrocodone. Yes. Okay, good. I did have that. I put it on my list. I was just kind of peeking in here. Anyways, we got Band-Aids, ibuprofen, bandage wrap. There is a splint in there. Not a splint, that just fell off. I'm gonna try to melt it back on. Let's stick it down there for now. Not a splint, a tourniquet. I guess, you know, you'd be doing some hardcore riding. But I did put a tourniquet in there, just in case. You just never know. And not just for you. You never know who you're going to stumble across, who needs help. So I got all that over here. Works out great. I just leave it on all the time. Why not? Okay, so here's the thing that's unique to my bike, and you know, a lot of bikes will have this if they choose. But under the seat is where a lot of the magic happens. So, and people say about this bike, like, oh man, I have a tank bag, and oh, I got a underseat storage is just such a pain in the butt with a tank bag. It's not, at least not with this tank bag. Then you don't have to dick around with the fuel. It's easy to fuel up, even when I have my long-term adventure bags on. I got Moscow Moto 80-liter bags up there. I can fuel up without taking off the bags. Okay. Over there, we got the Moscow Moto. What are they? 10? Yeah, 10-liter bag. Easily fuel up without messing around with the bag. Anyways, I'm getting super distracted. So, under the seat. Boom, one clip for that. Clip there. We're totally loose. Look at that. The seat is 100% free. And we will go ahead and reach down here for our secret jawstring, which is kind of a pain in the ass since I put these steg pegs on. And there we go. Okay. The steg pegs are awesome, by the way. Highly recommended. So just 2 quick clips there. You can do that even if you have your whole camping load out on the back. You can do that. And I think I've been zoomed in this whole time, but anyways. You can pull this whole thing off with a fully loaded multi-day week camping kit on there. So to get to this, here we go. Underseat storage. God dang. Underseat storage that I have every time I ride because it doesn't bother me. So I got an extra air filter. Oiled. Because we got the aftermarket air filter here, Twin Air. That doesn't look very good, but trust me, it is clean. That's the pre-filter on top of the filter. So we got an extra air filter. How awesome is that? Very. We have a moto pump, a pump that you can hook directly up to your battery. Or I hook it right up to this guy right here, my battery charger. Boom, stuff it right there. Okay, then we got a jumper kit. It hooks up to a battery pack, which is right here, charging. I'm a little concerned about it. It's been at 27 plugged in for 30 minutes. So maybe this thing doesn't work anymore. I don't know. It worked great on my Wyoming BDR. What I would do is charge it during the day when I was riding. And then at night, I would take it into the tent, charge up my phone, and then charge up my helmet Bluetooth with it. It was a really good system. Worked out great. That was a 7-day trip. So anyways, back to this. We got a bead buddy. God forbid. You got to go ahead and... I've never actually used this. I've just been using spoons. But apparently this is awesome. So, I don't know. Give it a shot next time, I guess. God forbid you got to swap out tubes on your tires on the trail. Oh my gosh. Got butterfingers. So got that. We got a trail jack, which I did use in Wyoming because I got a flat tire. I had a puncture. And these have been well used. These tire irons. Got that. What else we got in here? We got an octane booster for you KTM fans out there. Oh, you You like your KTM? Well, sometimes when you're out on an adventure and your KTM says, I have to run on 91, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, East Bum F, and they only got like, I don't know, 87, 89. Slap this bad boy in there, get you to the next fuel station. Boom. Bring octane booster if you got a high performance engine. Here's some electrical tape. We got some, oh yes, this is epoxy. We got, this should not be in here. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to look around and make sure I'm not missing something that's not supposed to be in there. It looks like I did replace the the tank bolts. It looks just like that. I might have accidentally left it in here when I did that. But I'll double check, make sure something didn't fall out. Besides that, what else we got in here? We got a lighter, which honestly should be in the tank bed. Does it still work? Oh my gosh, look at that. It's even rusty. Wow. Impressive, Bic. Good for you. I'm gonna put that in the tank bag though, because it's getting beat up in here. Then we got a buddy toe strap here. Fantastic. And we got an assortment of zip ties and even a little bit of wire. A little bit of, no, that's a zip tie. A little bit of wire. So anyways, there you go. Wow, I tell you what, the only thing I'm missing, if anyone didn't notice, is a tube. Because they're freaking humongous right now, and actually I can cram a tube underneath the seat. I'll just say that. But right now my tubes are up there in the Moscomoto bag, because that's the last time I used it. Was the last time I seriously used this, because I've been ripping on the 200 EXC for the summertime. But I did use this on the Black Hills BDR. It was a three-night trip. Really fun solo. And I had my tube in there. It's just a little bit easier access just in case. Although I guess that doesn't make sense since you'd have to get into this for all that. But forget about it. Just forget I ever mentioned that. Anyways, this is all that you could bring on a day ride without even any saddlebags, with no backpack, besides that little guy over there that's mostly just a water pack. You know, I put my phone up here. If you need the GPS on a day ride, I normally don't. On a day ride, I'll just use like the Avenza app or something like that with my phone. Just if I want to track, to see where I'm going, whatever. I'm already have my phone out. On the long rides, for sure, yeah, I'll whip out the GPS. It's more accurate. The Avenza app is fairly accurate, but the trails, I mean, I've literally been running down a trail, like a trail that's as big as for a side-by-side, and then I look on the Avenza app and it says I'm in the middle of the woods, so it's not 100% accurate. I mean, it's pretty damn good though, for sure. So anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. And listen, if you wanted to, and what I do a lot of times too, if you want to extend your capabilities. So if this isn't enough for you for a day ride, which it is enough, but you know what I like to do sometimes? And I'm not saying like any more than this is like excessive, but sometimes I like to, like when I get to a cool spot, I want to just like relax, maybe have heat up some warm apple cider, or maybe have a Mountain House meal, or heat up. I've even brought like brats with me and stuff. a brat and I cook it over a little camp stove, little like MSR stove. So boom, right here. You can bring this bad boy. It doesn't weigh anything. Look, I'm freaking weak and I can pick this thing up and it's fully loaded right now. I got a liter of water in here. Okay. Right over here, what I put on this side is some extra fuel. This is 2-stroke fuel, which actually I think I'm going away from carrying premix fuel with me on the 2-stroke. What I'm thinking of doing is just carrying this. I don't want to go off on a tangent about this, but I feel like just bring this, and then you can just find a fuel pump, a fuel station, whatever. And if you put a gallon in, just pour a gallon's worth of oil out of this, and you can tell because you just have it set to a certain amount. Anyways, I don't want to get too bogged down in that. If anyone's curious about this, my thoughts on this, you know, leave a comment. But I think this is the way to go, because there's 6 gallons worth of oil right here. 6 gallons. This is 30 ounces. You know, this is gonna get me, I don't know, depending on what type of riding I'm doing, what will that get me? 15 miles on the 2-stroke? I don't know. But if I can 100% refill my whole gas tank, and this is lighter too, and I got 6 gallons here. Just anyways, I'm getting crazy here. So what I will put over here is, I was putting some 2-stroke fuel, or I have another can like this, and you can just put regular fuel in it, and it'll give the 690, I don't know, 20 miles, which should be good enough to get you out of a bind. But if you want some more capabilities, you can put whatever you want in these bags. But the bags it's small enough, it's light enough, it doesn't affect riding. So in this bag, I got a saw, I got a knife, I got some bug spray, a freaking boom little knife, I got toilet paper in there, I got baby wipes over here, I got some cooking gear in here, a cooking stove, and a cup. That's a cooking stove and a cup. I'm not going to break it down. It's MSR. And then I got a little fuel can. I got a water filter bottle in here, Katadyn. I got spoon, fork, some hot apple cider. Look at this, Jesus, I could survive on this pack and what I got sitting on that bike for days, easily. So anyways, I'm just trying to show you what you can get. And by the way, this right here, this video is running long. Holy moly. So, but I just have to get into it. This right here is the what is it called? The Noblin or the Goblin or something. The Moscow Moto Goblin or Noblin. I can't remember what it is, but check this out. It's sick. See this little guy right here? Okay, goes through the plastic. You can't even really notice it on your dirt bike. Check this. Ooh, same thing looking over here. What's up with that? Well, I'll show you. That slides into this. And then you lock it down by screwing this little knob in right here. And then it locks down. So this is how easy it is. I can put a set of bags, soft bags on this bike. Boom, on there, just like that. Check that, dude. Check that, dude. Now my 200 EXC dirt bike just gained 10 liters of storage. All you gotta do is run these straps somewhere around wherever it works. I usually just run it around there and back up through here. Tighten this little screw down. Boom. Now you got really good storage on your dirt bike. But also, and by the way, get a net like this. Oh my gosh. You do not have any idea how much I've used this net. When I take the big bag out, the big Moscow bag out, I'll switch this net and I'll put it over there because dang, dude, amazing. It can hold a lot. I mean, it stretches out big time. So anyway, well, of course, this is got locked down there. Let's see. Can I get it off with one hand? There we go. How about that? Okay, so I just took it off of this. With one hand, I took it off this dirt bike. And it mounts right on there. Slides on there, locks into place. Never had issues with it. Okay. Then you can go ahead and slap it on here. All this shit in the way. Okay. Holy bejesus. Okay, all it does is just slide over that, lock into place, and then it rotates. It'll rotate. You can tighten this down because it has to be able to lift up and pull out. So once you screw this down on top of that, it can't lift out, and so then it can't pull out. That's what she said. Anyways, and then so it's got to lift up and pull back. So you strap these down. They come in through this little friction thing right here. So the only way the thing can come off, especially once this is tightened down, this has to be loosened, and then it also has to be pushed up and back. Now, if it's tight and you got straps pulling it forward, guess what? It can never come off. Not on its own. But it comes off super easy if you want it to, and it goes on super easy if you want it to. And it doesn't obstruct the fuel tank in the back. Dudes, Moscow Moto, Reckless 10 whatever, that's the Reckless 80 up there. It's the same thing with the 80. I mean, it's definitely more cumbersome because it weighs a lot more. It's bigger. I got all my camping gear in it. I mean, dang, I got a dang fly rod sitting in that bad boy. So anyways, this video went like 20 minutes longer than I thought it would. I was thinking it was gonna be like 10 minutes long, but just so much cool stuff to talk about. And once I start getting into it, I just can't stop. But it's just so cool to think about the capabilities of this bike even without the Moscow bag on there. Even without the Moscow bag, you can do almost anything on this bike. You can repair a flat tire. I know I didn't have the tube on there because it's in the other thing, but it fits in there. It fits in the under the seat. So you have a tube, you have the pump, you have the tools to do it. You have everything. You have an extra air filter, for crying out loud. You getting some nasty shit, and you're like, holy crap, my air filter is jacked. Pull that air filter off. Put on a fresh oiled air filter. You need to protect this engine. It's a fabulous engine. The thing puts out, it's a thumper that puts out 74 horsepower. Be good to it. All right, you know, people complain about KTM reliability. A lot of it has to do with, you know, how are you taking care of these bikes? You know what I mean? Now that definitely doesn't go for the current 790 and 890s. I get you there with those camshafts. Yikes. KTM needs to come out and resolve that shit. That's bullshit. That's clearly a manufacturing defect. But my experience with KTM has been great. So I love the bikes. They're powerful. They're good looking. I love the orange. I'm definitely orange all the way. I love the innovation. I mean, KTM's putting out new bikes, new versions of their bikes, like every year or 2 or 3 at the most. They're doing updates on the engines. Look at Yamaha. I mean, everyone's like, oh, Yamaha's so reliable. Yeah, I know. They've been using the same damn engine since 1990. Like, come on. Make some changes. Make it lighter. Make it sportier. You know? Switch it up. Well, don't fix it, ain't broken. It's like, dude. KTM, I mean, as far as dirt bikes go, dude, the KTM is ruling the roost on enduro bikes. Maybe not necessarily motocross. I don't know if they are or not, but I know Yamaha is still. Trust me, Yamaha's a good brand. I'm not dogging them. I'm just saying, like, yeah, KTM is just constantly innovating. It's awesome. I like their having a brain fart. I just like how they keep trying to make things better. Sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, who's making a TBI bike? Yamaha? No, they're still making carbureted 2-strokes. Guess what? KTM is keeping 2-strokes alive with TBI, and what's the new one? So they had throttle body injection and TPI, throttle port. I think throttle TPI was the first iteration, and then they went with TBI, throttle body injection, which I think is better. But dude, yeah, you pay some more for KTM, but guess what? They're working for you, all right? Except for these camshaft things, they need to address that and take care of their customers on that bullshit, because that stuff's ridiculous. Anyways, this video has gone extended. I have been rambling. I'm gonna call it a night. You guys peace out. I'm KTM guy, and guess what? 690 Enduro R, I think, is maybe the best mid-range enduro bike ever. Mid-range meaning like, I don't think I'd want to drive this, like, you know, from east to west coast and everything in between. You know, it's just not that comfortable. It has nothing to do with reliability, just comfort. And, you know, no cruise control, whatever. But as far as like the things that I do with it, dude, 320-pound adventure bike? Golly. Where are you going to find that? 74 horsepower? Get out of here. It's like a freaking adventure dirt bike. It's amazing. It's like going out and adventuring on that, which I do all the time. I just can't camp off that for multiple days. I love that 200 EXC. That's a 99 200 EXC, by the way. Supposedly, according to the stats, weighs 187 pounds. Anyways, listen. I'm calling it a night. Peace out.